Hi, my name is Rachel Adams. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm an assistant professor of communication studies and the co-advisor of the Sexuality and Gender Alliance student group here on campus. And today I'm going to tell you about the resources that we have for LGBTQ students at HCC. The SafeZone Allies are a group of faculty and staff who have been specially trained. The training consists of learning about terminology, learning about the LGBTQ community, the resources that we have on campus, and how to properly respond to a student who comes to you for help. You can identify the SafeZone Allies by looking for a little decal on their office door or office window that identifies them as an ally. You can also find a list of allies on HCC's website. What SafeZone Allies do is they are there for any student who comes to them, who maybe wants to come out, who has some questions, who needs some help being linked up with resources on campus. So you can always feel safe as an LGBTQ student going to someone who has one of those SafeZone Ally decals on their door. HCC has several support services for our transgender students. First, there's the Counseling Center, where students can find licensed counselors that are also SafeZone Allies to help them along their journey. There's also the Records, Registration, and Veterans Affairs Office, where students can change their chosen name and their honorific. So what that means is they can change your name that appears on the roster, that appears on your student ID, and that appears in your email address. And then finally, we just opened up new all-gender restrooms on the 3rd floor of Duncan Hall. There are also single occupancy all-gender restrooms in most buildings on campus. And again, you can find a map of those at the SafeZone website at howardcc.edu. If you are a student who isn't comfortable coming out yet, there are still ways that we can help at HCC. First of all, our Counseling Center, again, staffed by SafeZone Allies. They can help you explore your identity and get ready to take that step if that's what's next for you. Secondly, there's the Sexuality and Gender Alliance, which is our student LGBTQ group on campus. We are a very welcoming, open space. And one of the benefits of SAGA is that we all understand how difficult it is to come out, how big of a decision that is. So if you want to maybe try out a new name or try out a new pronoun in SAGA, we are happy to help you with that journey. Every March, HCC hosts something called Diversity Week. Diversity Week is full of programs that are about all sorts of different identities and experiences. And of course, that includes the LGBTQ community. So you can always find trainings on how to be an ally. Actually, this past Diversity Week, I did a training on intersectionality with one of my colleagues. So there are all these different ways that you can explore who you are and learn more about other identities included under the LGBTQ umbrella. Having LGBTQ plus resources at HCC is important because coming out is not a one and done thing. People who are in this community have to come out their entire lives to everyone that they meet. And every time you come out to somebody new, it increases the chances that that person is not going to be accepting of you. A lot of folks in this community have had a lot of heartbreak. They've had a lot of people who don't understand them, who don't accept them, or don't accept their partners. And that's why it's so important to create this safe space for our students. Now, I identify as a queer woman, and my co-advisor, Joseph, identifies as a gay man. And I think it's also important that we are the advisors of this community to show students that you can be out, you can be proud, and this is what it looks like to be a queer adult, owning your identity, owning who you are, and reaching this level of acceptance. And then being able to say, well, if you don't accept me, okay, that's fine, I'm just gonna go over here. So I think that's really important to show students. And for a lot of our students, SAGA is the one place where they can really be themselves. They don't have to be afraid to say what their pronoun is. They don't have to be afraid to say what their chosen name is or how they identify, because they know that we're going to be accepting of it. And I think that's why safe spaces all across campus are important for students. You need to know that when you go to somebody for help, they're going to help you. They're not going to lecture you. They're not going to try to change your mind. They're not going to ask you a bunch of inappropriate questions. So I think safe zones are essential for letting our LGBTQ students be who they are and reach their fullest potential as students and as human beings. One of the things I love most about HCC is how diverse and inclusive the campus is. As a faculty member, I find fellow faculty and staff members come to me all the time to ask questions about how they can be more inclusive in their classrooms and in their practices. I've done a lot of trainings on how to be an ally, on how to work with transgender or gender nonconforming students, and I've always had a great audience with lots of questions and with lots of ideas about how we can be more welcoming and open for our LGBTQ students. I love that. I love that curiosity and that drive to do better and be better. One of the really great things about HCC is that we don't ever stop and say, oh, we've done enough. We can stop learning now. We can stop innovating now. And I think that when it comes to diversity, inclusion, including the LGBTQ community, HCC is really always moving forward. Another great resource that we have on campus for all of our students, but particularly our LGBTQ students, is the Wellness Center. It's located in the Galleria, and inside the Wellness Center, you'll find some quiet rooms if you just need to take a break. You'll find an all-gender restroom that is private, single occupancy, and you'll also find a staff full of SafeZone allies. These are folks who really want to help our students. And so if you have questions, if you need some more information, or you just need somebody to talk to, the Wellness Center is a great place to go.